Check this. You'll never see a dog barking at a parked car. You'll never see him barking if the car ain't moving. You'll never see people talking about you if you're going nowhere. But when you're trying to excel yourself, they got your name everywhere. Because dogs don't bark at Parker. No way. Come on. The only time they can start barking is when the car start moving. Huh. Hey, I say, dogs don't bark at Parker. No way. Boy, she thinks she better than people. The only time they can start barking when the car start moving. That's true, what people do, you know.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am so happy to be on again on another episode of NTA Exclusive. And I am super excited today to be on with some great people who are going to introduce themselves in a few minutes. But if you are watching us right now on Facebook or YouTube, I want you just to begin to share this link with your family and friends. We have an exciting show ahead, and we are looking forward for some great comments and feedback. So please, welcome to NTA Exclusive today. And I am on today with Mr. Jadian Miller and Miss Deborah Pratt. And one by one, starting with the lady in the room, the only lady in the room, she's going to introduce herself and tell us a bit about herself.
Good afternoon and happy 242 Day to those of you here in the Bahamas. I am Mrs. Deborah Pratt. I am from Freeport, Grand Bahama, the president of DAX, Corporate Training and Business Services. I'm also a member of the board of directors with the National Training Agency, and I'm happy to be here with you both today, Mr. Cunningham and Mr. Miller.
So glad to have you. So glad to have you. Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. Happy 242 Day, road to 50,
Yeah.
road to 50. Yes, so my name is Jadian Miller. I'm so happy to be here. I'm the business development manager. And listen, it's a great day. It's a great time to be here with us. We're so excited. Want to share some news with you. And Mr. Cunningham gave me a charge today, before we got on this live, to sing a song. I can just sing a little Bahamian song. All right? Here we go. When I'm walking down the rocky, narrow dirt roads, with a basket of potatoes on my head, I don't worry, I come from down home. That's where the island folks bake them potato bread. They bake it down home, much oven down home, wrapped in banana leaf down home. My, it tastes so sweet down home. Hey. Happy to be here, everyone.
Yeah. Awesome. That was great, man. I didn't know he was still going to do it, folks. But hey, he did it. He blew up, man. We got to get
Make
ready.
people happy, man. Let's go.
I'm telling you, get your song ready for next week because we calling you back. Amen. All right. Benjamin Franklin said some years ago, tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I will learn. That's a famous quote coming from Benjamin Franklin. And we are so happy for the work that the National Training Agency has been doing over the years. I believe this is the year that we will be celebrating our 10th anniversary here. And Mr. Miller and Mrs. Pratt will be giving you more information and some of the activities that are coming up. But we are super excited about all that has happened over the years. But more importantly, we're excited about the journey that is going to continue even after 2023 is done. But we are so happy for all of the young people that would have passed through the program. And even right now, we are on Cohort 21 here in New Providence. I could still remember Cohort 1, Miss Pratt. All the way at Holy Trinity, when hundreds of young people gathered together for the first time and for the first cohort. And it was just so awesome to see all of them so hungry to learn and just excited about what the National Training Agency had to offer. And here we are, 21 cohorts later in the year of 2023, We have some 114 young Bahamians that are registered in the New Providence cohort. And I'm being told by the registration manager that they are super excited and they are just ready to learn and ready to enter the workforce. They are being trained, first of all, in the mandatory workforce preparatory program where they will be receiving soft skills. And they are also signed up in different disciplines. And some of the disciplines that they are signed up in is allied health, food and beverage, auto body, auto service and care, culinary and baking, housekeeping, office procedures, Microsoft Office, and teacher's aid. Again, these young people, they are extremely excited. I can't wait for 14 weeks down the road just to see what they are going to contribute to the Bahamian society. And again, these are young people who society may have given up on. They may say that there's no hope for these people, but here NTA is giving these young persons another chance to become the best young Bahamian that they can become and contribute to the Bahamian workforce. So I don't know about you guys, but that excites me.
Yes.
That excites me. And I'm just so happy. I'm so happy about what is happening. So without further ado, I don't know who's going to take it first, Mr. Miller or Ms. Pratt, but we're going to talk about our upcoming 10th anniversary celebrations. So any one of you can take it.
Okay, Mr. Pratt, I'll start and then I'll let you elaborate. Okay. Right. So as Mr. Cunningham said, we're celebrating 10 years of existence, and the thing about it is we're transforming minds and we're empowering others and empowering people, because in order to really be transformed as an individual, you have to transform your mind too. So we're transforming minds and empowering people. That's our theme for this 10th anniversary. So we just want to give you an idea of some of the plans that we have. We don't want to get into everything, but we want to get into the important things right now at this point. So we're going to have a speech competition coming up. Speech competition. Now, I don't know how many of you can do speeches, but I'm sure Mr. Cunningham can do a really good speech. Right? See how we looked at the screen? See? So we have a speech competition going on. We're going to have it in New Providence. We're going to have it in Exuma. We'll have it in Grand Bahama, where all the high schools are going to come together and they're going to compete. You're going to have one individual from each school within the 11th or 12th grade. They're going to be selected by the school to compete, and they'll all compete against each other for the National Training Agency speech competition. Now, Mrs. Pratt, can you tell them the theme of that, or the topic of that particular speech competition?
Thank you so much, Mr. Miller. And of course, I am excited about the speech competition. The speech competition, as you said, would be done here on Grand Bahama, in New Providence, as well as in Exuma, the three islands where National Training Agency is located. So with the speech competition, the students participating will be speaking on the topic, how important is the National Training Agency in transforming the workforce of the Bahamas? How important is the National Training Agency? So with that being the topic, we are encouraging our students, especially those who will be participating, who plan to participate, to tune into these web series with Mr. Cunningham and Mr. Miller over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Mr. Miller will tell us exactly, leading up to the competition, because with that topic, we expect you to know a lot about the training agency. We are going to be listening, the judges rather will be judging you in terms of listening to find out exactly how much it is that you know, your knowledge, how knowledgeable you are about the agency. We want our young persons to be exposed. We want our young persons to gain more knowledge as to exactly what the National Training Agency is about. And the reason we're targeting 11th and 12th graders for this competition is because once you would have graduated, you may be interested in possibly becoming a part or participating in our courses to better improve yourself for the workplace. So we want you to really pay attention to these series, do some research, learn as much as you can about the National Training Agency, because it's an excellent competition. The top 3 from each island will be participating, and I don't know if I should say exactly what they are. Mr. Miller, I would leave that up to you, but we have some great prizes. We want students to participate. Go ahead, you're saying I can?
Yes, you can. Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
excited. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting to hear from you.
Okay. So all of those who are participating in the competition on each island, all students will get, of course, a certificate of participation. The top 3 on each island will get a trophy for second and third place. And then the top person from each island will participate in a final round, and we have cash prizes. Can somebody say cash prizes?
Cash money, cash prizes.
Money, money, money.
Money, 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 money.
And please, Mr. Miller, it's first place, $500. Please correct me.
Yes, ma'am.
$500 to the first place winner, the second place, $400, and the third place, $300. So that is one of the highlights of our 10th anniversary celebration. And we want our young people to get excited and to get involved and learn about this great national training agency. Thank you.
Excellent, Mrs. Pratt. Now, let me just correct you now, because we giving a second place and third place is too much money. All right.
Okay.
First place is 500. Second place is 3.
Okay.
Third place is 2. So
okay.
Because I don't want them to say, "Oh, Mrs. Pratt say."
Okay. I would have to find the extra 100.
You would have to find out your pocket. We don't want that. You don't want that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's some awesome stuff, folks. As you can hear, we have some exciting events happening for the 10th anniversary celebrations, and one of which is the speech competition that they just spoke about. So I'm sure our high schoolers, they are going to be very excited to participate in that. And it'll also an awesome opportunity for them to learn more about the National Training Agency and some of those who may probably be able to benefit from the National Training Agency in the very near future. So what are some of the other events that you want to tell our viewing audience about?
We're also going to have our anniversary luncheon, because as you know, July 15th of this year would be our exact anniversary. And that's going to be on that, it's going to be on the Friday, July 14th at 2 p.m. That's our anniversary luncheon. And we have a few other things going on. We don't want to reveal those as yet. We're going to reveal those as we post on Facebook as they happen. So we don't want to give too much out the bag. We don't want to give too much out the bag. All right. But those are 2 of the major events that we're going to have. And we also want to talk a little bit about how individuals could find information about the National Training Agency. Where could they find that information? Can I mention that, Mr. Cunningham? That's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if you go on www.ntabahamas.org, all right, www.ntabahamas.org, and you go to the top left corner, you click About Us. Underneath the mission and the vision, you will see a document. And that document has all the information about the establishment of the agency. So you can see exactly how we started. You can look at all the information to determine what we do, why we do what we do, and you'll be able to get all the information that you need.
Awesome. That's some awesome stuff. We're just going to pause for about 30 seconds to a minute for a short commercial break. Yeah, we do have commercial breaks here at the National Training Agency. We're so excited about everything that's happening at the agency. So we'll just pause for these short commercial breaks.
Hi, my name is Michael Thompson, Events and Facilities Manager. Here at the National Training Agency, Vocational Activities and Convention Center, we make it easy to plan and book your training courses, meetings, and events. We offer over 9,000 square feet of meeting space, including 3 tutorial rooms, 2 convention rooms, and 1 activity center at Galaxy Hall, each equipped with IT and audiovisual technology. From workshops to conferences to business meetings, concerts, and banquets, our facilities and customized services will cover all of your needs. We are located on Gladstone Road and Manning Drive. Schedule a visit today or speak with any of our friendly team members. Call us at 461-6000. The National Training Agency, Vocational Activities and Convention Center, your one-stop venue for all of your events and training needs.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Michael Thompson, for that wonderful commercial. And again, if you are just joining us, this is another episode of NTA Exclusive, and I'm on today with our business development manager in the person of Mr. J.D. Miller, and also one of our board members, Director Deborah Pratt, all the way in Grand Bahama. And we are on talking today about the activities of the National Training Agency, in particular, the upcoming 10th anniversary events. And we are all so excited about what is about to happen. And again, please continue to follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube so that you can get the information as it happens. We're going to be back every week with a show just like this around this same time, giving you more information. For those who will be participating in the upcoming speech competition, please pay very close attention to the details that come out of these shows, because if you want to do well, we would want to hear some of those details coming back at us. Is there anything else you want to say to our viewing audience, Mr. Miller and Ms. Pratt?
Mr. Miller?
Yes. So what I want to mention is when you think about Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18, right? It speaks about where there's no vision, the people perish, right? It's important to understand the vision of the agency. Why was this agency established? So here's a little tidbit. Just get a little tidbit today of the vision, okay? The vision of the National Training Agency is to create a workforce that is highly productive, service-oriented, globally competitive, and responsive to the dynamics of the Bahamian economy. Very important. That's a very important, because you have to start with the vision. Someone has to have the vision. As you can see, I don't have too much of a good vision, but I can still see the vision. All right. But that is the vision, everyone. All right. So pay attention. That's a very small tidbit, but look on our website, www.ntabahamas.org. The vision is right there when you go to About Us, and the mission is there also. But the vision is very important.
Very good. And I also want to mention, Mr. Cunningham, you spoke about your upcoming cohort in Nassau, Cohort 21. Well, here on Grand Bahama, we are starting Cohort 15. Cohort 15. We don't have as many cohorts as you. We're actually celebrating possibly about 9 years, but NTA itself is celebrating 10 years. Cohort 15, we begin that on March 6th. So that's that's Monday after next, March 6th, the first Monday in March. We begin Cohort 15 here on Grand Bahama. So if you're a young person here on Grand Bahama between the ages of 16 to 30, and you may be interested, we'll possibly still give you a few days next week. You can call the office here on Grand Bahama and speak to someone expressing your interest in wanting to be a part of that cohort. We are not offering all of the disciplines as many as they are offering in Nassau. For this cohort, we will be offering office procedures and the Microsoft Office. But besides that, everyone does the mandatory workforce preparatory program, which is the soft skills for the first 4 weeks, where we teach you things like, or we train you in areas like customer service, effective communication skills, leadership skills, attitude, any and everything. We help you to prepare resumes, any and everything that you can think of that you may need to really be ready for a job. That is what we do here at the National Training Agency. So again, that's a little bit too that will help you when you're preparing those speeches, those students who may be listening, just knowing exactly what it is that the training agency does. It's a competency-based agency that helps to develop. We are training persons, training young people for the workforce.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Pratt and Mr. Miller. It's been such a pleasure to have both of you on with me. And I just wanted to share the telephone numbers again. In New Providence, if you're trying to reach us, you can call us on 461-6000 or 461-6024. If you're trying to reach Grand Bahama, it would be 351-6421. And I think they have some other numbers as well, but I know that's the main number in Exuma. It's 336-3345. Of course, if you're calling from New Providence, you would have to put 242 in the front of those numbers. But we are so happy. We're so happy that we are almost at the end of another show, and we will be back again next week, right, Mr. Miller? Is that correct?
And I want to share one more thing before we go. But continue.
Okay, all right. So it's been a pleasure, folks. Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
Okay, so one more thing I want to share is we are doing our best as an agency to save our young people. You know, we lost so many young people last year, and our goal every year is to train as many young people to get into the workforce so they can improve their lives and the lives of their families. Last night, while I was on the Beyond the Headline show with Ms. Shanique Miller, she asked about young men being in the program. And I mentioned that we're going to start going into communities now to locate these young men and do walkabouts with urban renewal. So that's something that is going to be a part of our 10th anniversary. We're going to go walk with urban renewal, go into the communities, meet you. And here's the important thing. We understand that being in the office is one thing, but coming out to you is very important. So we're going to be looking for you. So be ready for us. We are coming.
That's some awesome news. Thank you for that bit of information there. Again, I want to say thank you to all of our viewers who have been watching on Facebook and YouTube. I know every week, everybody may not be able to watch at the same time, but the good thing is these links are available after today, so you can go back. You can go back and you can pull these videos at any time. But thank you for those who are watching and those who will share the link. Thank you again, Ms. Pratt, all the way over there in Grand Bahama, for taking time out of your busy schedule to share with us today. Thank you, Mr. Miller, who was also very busy here and very excited about the agency. I told him today I wish I had just a little bit of his energy, because when I'm down, he picks me up every time I see him in the morning. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Bahamas. And we'll see you same time next week, same station. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
Have a great day. We're going down,
All right.